Hi, my name is Amit Kamath and we are going to learn Advanced Excel full course. So let's discuss about the syllabus here first. Um, Here we are going to cover module 1. Under module 1 we are going to cover overview of basic of the Excel. So under this we have a customizing common option in a Excel, absolute and relative cell, protecting and unprotecting worksheet and a cell. Alright. Then module 2, working with the functions. So writing conditional expressions using if condition, using logical functions like and or not. Then using lookup and reference functions like VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, match index and the index functions. Lookup with the exact match, approximate match, then nested VLOOKUP with exact match. Then sixth topic is VLOOKUP with table, and seventh one is using VLOOKUP to consolidate data from multiple sheets. All right. After that we have module 3. Under module 3 we are going to discuss about data validation, specifying a valid range of value for a cell and specifying list of valid value for a cell, then specifying custom validation based on formula for a cell. Then we have a module 4. We will learn about the working with the templates. This is also very important. So designing the structure of templates, using template for the standardization of worksheet. Then under module 5 we are going to learn about sorting and the filtering of data. So sorting the table, using multiple level sorting, using custom sorting, filtering data for a selected view like auto filter. Okay, using advanced filter option. Then we have a module 6. Under module 6 we are going to learn about working with the reports. So creating subtotal, multiple level subtotal, creating pivot table, formatting, customizing pivot table, using advanced option of a pivot table, then pivot chart, very important. Then consolidate data from the multiple sheets and file using the pivot table, using external data source, using data consolidate feature to consolidate data, show value as percent of row, percent of column, running total, compare with a specific field, alright, viewing subtotal under the pivot, then creating slicer using the version 2010 and the above, alright. After that, we have a module 7. Under module 7, we are going to learn more functions like date and the time function, important, text function, then database function, then power function, count if, count ifs, count if, sum if and sum ifs, and so on. After that, module 8, that is formatting. Formatting is very important. Using auto formatting option for worksheet, using consolidated formatting option for row, column and the cells. Module 9, that is macro. Macro we are going to use for automation. Alright, it's very important and very interesting part. Relative and absolute macro, editing macro. Alright, so we are going to learn how to create macros and how to activate the developer tabs and so on. Then module 10. Under module 10, we are going to learn about the if analysis, what if analysis, goal seek, data table and the scenario manager. Interesting topic. These are very important, interesting. Then module 11, about the chart. Chart is very important to visualize the data, analyze the data. So it's very important using charts, formatting charts, using 3D graphs, using bar and the line chart together, using secondary axis in a graph, sharing chart with the PowerPoint, MS Word dynamically. And the seventh topic is data modified in an Excel chart would automatically get updated. Yeah, we are going to discuss everything. Then the last module of our course is new feature in Excel, like sparkline, inline chart, data chart, overview of all the new features in Excel. Alright. So these are our syllabus of the advanced Excel. Now let's discuss some important points in our Excel before starting. Alright, so some term used in a Excel. Let's see. What is workbook? A workbook is a collection of sheets or a spreadsheet that make up an Excel file. Alright, so these are the sheets, okay. So combining all the sheets is called workbook. Alright, so this Excel is called workbook. See, this is workbook, workbook 1, workbook 2, workbook 3. So this Excel file is called workbook. Okay. Then worksheet. So these are worksheet. These are worksheet, basic of Excel, syllabus, sheet 10, absolute and relative cells, protect and unprotect, working with the functions. These are the sheets. Okay. If you want new sheet, click on plus sign, this plus sign. You will get new sheet. So the working area of Excel where users can store data and perform calculation. Alright. Cell. The intersection of row and column. These are columns and these are rows. So intersection of row and column create a cells. Alright, go to the sheet, this sheet. See, these are cells. These are cells. Okay. So intersection of column and the row create a cell. Okay. Then formula, a mathematical expressions that perform calculation of data in a cell. Let's suppose we have some value like 10, 20, 30. Alright, if you want to calculate, put equal to sum. Okay, double click on sum, select all the data, close the bracket. We'll get sum of these things is 60. So see, this is the formula. Okay, now I'm going to delete everything. So a mathematical expression that perform calculation on a data cell, in a cell. Now filter, a function that sort data within a file. Okay, so we are going to discuss everything in a detail in our syllabus. So let's suppose you want to filter some of the data. Okay, so that kind of filter we can use. We are going to discuss everything in a details. Don't worry about that. Then function, a word that tells Excel what to do, such as sum. Let's suppose we are going to click equal to sum. See, subtotal, sum, these are the functions. Alright, let's suppose we can select any function. Now it performs some mathematical calculations. Alright, then reference, the way a formula refers to data in a cell or a range of a cell. Alright, now VLOOKUP, are functions that locate a specific information in a cell. We are going to discuss in a detail about the VLOOKUP. Alright, don't worry about that. Very important topic, VLOOKUP. Then conditional formatting. This is also very important. Let's suppose we are going to doing some mathematical operations and we apply some condition. Let's suppose something greater than 10, 50, 100, 200, 500. Now I want to apply some condition. Select the cell and go to this formatting, conditional formatting here. Now highlight the cell greater than let's suppose 100. Okay, with green color. Okay, see here, this become green. Okay, greater than 100. So this is called conditional formatting. So this is very important feature in Excel. Alright, so we are going to discuss in detail. This is conditional formatting, a feature that formula cell based on the certain criteria. Alright, so this is about the syllabus of our advanced Excel course. Okay, and this is some expressions. Alright, now in next video we are going to discuss about the basic about the Excel. Okay, the basic of the Excel, everything. This is important before starting the course. So thank you very much about the syllabus and this important topic, some useful terms of Excel. Now let's meet in the next video. Thank you very much.